Hello everyone, I am Shivantika, legal intern at Lexis and Company for the month of June, and today in this video we'll understand the dilution of trademarks. So let's start with the topic itself. So the Trademark Act of 1999 introduced the concept of dilution of trademarks. Now let's understand what does dilution of trademark actually mean. So the trademarks dilution is a trademark law concept basically giving the owner of the famous or well-known trademarks power to forbid others from using that mark in a way that would lower its uniqueness. So it is basically there to protect the uniqueness of the product only. It focuses its focus is to curtail the confusion that is created in the minds of the consumers, basically to confuse the general public. An unauthorized user makes similar marks of the famous trademarks, as you have seen. For example, Adidas becomes Abibas. So, to get rid of this, the trademark dilution is the concept that gives power to the famous owners of the trademark. So, the dilution of the trademark is the surface of the trademark infringement, where the owner of the well known trademark has the power basically to prevent others from using the mark on the ground that it lessens its reputation. So the dilution protection aims to protect sufficiently strong and well-known trademarks from losing their singular association in the public's mind with that particular product. Because generally, what consumers do is that they associate with the product by looking at the trademark of that product only, or usually by the jingles that are used to promote those products. You associate yourself with that only, and that becomes a huge part of that product. So it is very necessary in this moment to actually protect these as well. So let's talk about a case of ITC versus Phillips Morris. It gives a good understanding of the trademark dilution. It was provided in this case, and the High Court, while referring to the Section 29, subsection 4 of the Trademarks Act 1999, held that a dilution cause of action is established if the following elements are satisfied. So let's talk about those elements. There are basically four elements which we need to establish first. So first is the impunged mark is identical or similar to the well-known mark. So the mark that you are bringing in question must be similar or identical to the well-known mark itself. Example is somebody sells Abiba shoes under the shadow of the Adidas shoes, knowingly being an identical and a similar product to that of the well-known trademark. Okay. Second condition would be that the well known or the injured mark has a reputation in India. Okay, so this is very important that the customers must associate themselves with the product. It must have that status in the public eyes itself, that if we are calling it an injured mark, there should be an injury because of that similar product coming in the market, and it must have a reputation in the Indian market itself. Third condition would be the use of such mark is without due cause. All right. There is no satisfactory cause or condition under which the person is using that mark. He is just using that trademark to gain that assistance in the eyes of the public, that it is that well-known trademark itself. And the fourth and the last condition is that the use amounts to taking an unfair advantage of the mark, which is detrimental to the reputation of the well-known trademark. So there must be some kind of unfair advantage present in the case where the similar mark must have had in that situation. There are some exceptions to this condition. There are some exceptions to the dilution of the trademark, and these are not basically actionable in the court of law. First is advertising or promoting that permits the consumers to prepare goods and services. All right, you are doing it for the better knowledge of the public itself. Second is identifying, criticizing, or commenting upon the famous mark itself. Okay, again, it's just a way of criticizing or commenting on the product and not using it to deceive the people. Third is that all forms of news reporting and commentary for the same reason, again, for the public purposes. And fourth and the last condition is that any mark that includes any kind of criticism or comments. All right, that's all. I hope you understand the dilution of trademark through this video. Thank you so much for watching.